Timber died, and no one noticed the exact moment it happened. No explosions, no movie screams. Just a chain of silences, one after another, until the most common sound left was your own breathing. Power went out during the night. First, the flickering lights, then the dry pop of the transformer. I thought it was temporary. Everyone did. But when the sun rose, the city's constant hum, horns, engines, voices, music was gone. The sound of the world had been replaced by something far worse. Nothing.
The streets looked frozen in time. Cars stopped, doors half open, windows shattered. The air smelled metallic, like rain mixed with blood. Sometimes a distant scream cut through the silence, then only wind again. Didn't take long to realize something had broken, and it wasn't just the power. It was order. It was trust. It was everything that kept humans inside their rules.
Instinct was faster than reason. Before I even understood what was happening, I moved. Survival doesn't wait for explanations. It happens in reflex. First, I closed the curtains, then turned off anything that still gave light: flashlight, phone, watch. Darkness became my ally. I stayed quiet, breathed deep, and listened, not to the sounds outside, but to their absence. When the world goes mad, silence is the only sign that danger is close.
Observation number 1. Silence isn't peace, it's a warning. When nothing moves, something is watching. And on the first day, the survivor isn't the strongest, it's the invisible one. I spent hours trying to catch any pattern. Birds, none. Dogs, a distant howl, then nothing. People, quick, short footsteps. Then a wet, heavy sound, like flesh hitting the ground. Didn't want to look out the window, but curiosity kills slowly. I moved a bit of the curtain and saw a figure, staggering, dirty, dragging its feet on the asphalt. Thought it was a wounded neighbor. Then I noticed the twitching movement, the neck hanging to the side, gray skin. What was wrong wasn't the body, it was the silence around it. The world watched in silence. I went back inside, shut the window, sat on the floor, trying to think. My heartbeat was too loud. The body betrays you. The more you crave silence, the more noise it makes. Learned fast, control your breathing or lose your mind. 3 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Repeat until fear becomes focus.
Hunger hadn't come yet, but anxiety had. And anxiety is how the body says it's not ready for what's next. I looked at the kitchen. Ridiculous stock. 2 packs of pasta, 1 can of beans, half a bottle of oil. The fridge, still cold, held my royal feast: 1 apple and a bottle of water. Rule number 1: food is the new time. Every meal defines how many days you have left. I made a plan. Eat once a day. Drink water slowly in small sips. Save gas. Cook only what doesn't smell strong. Hunger is patient but treacherous. It comes disguised as weakness, and when you notice, it's already making you slip. On day 1, it's not about killing hunger. It's about tricking it. I lit what was left of a candle behind a can so no light escaped. Wrote everything down in a notebook, not to remember, but to remind myself that time still existed. Survival has a strange relationship with solitude. When everything collapses, human noise is what you miss most, and what puts you most at risk.
The neighborhood felt dead, but sometimes I heard things. A door creak, something dragging, a muffled moan. Once, a woman screamed help, close, maybe the house next door. I froze for long seconds, trying to decide if it was real. But instinct shouted louder: if it's noise, it's not survival. Rule number 2: whoever screams dies first. No one screams for help in a dead world. They scream by instinct. And instinct now is a sound trap.
I waited. The scream didn't repeat. Then silence and footsteps slowly fading away. Then a dry crack like a bone snapping. Nothing else. Dusk came fast, and with it the cold. The warmth of life left with the lights. I taped the windows to keep the glass from rattling. Any sound could draw attention. Threw a blanket over the couch and lay down fully dressed. Sleep felt impossible, but the body doesn't ask. It shuts down when fear makes room. I woke up hours later to footsteps in the hallway. Slow, heavy. One, pause, another. Then something scratching the door. Nails on wood. The candle had gone out. Total darkness. I took a deep breath and didn't move. The doorknob turned, just a little. Then silence again. Silence again. Rule number 3. When danger doesn't enter, don't invite it with fear. Fear is the strongest scent a human releases. It changes your breathing, your sweat, even your body temperature. Learn to trick fear, or it'll give you away before hunger does. I stayed still for minutes that felt like hours. When I finally dared to look through the curtain crack, nothing. No shadows, no movement. But I knew something or someone was there. Being watched feels like standing inside a shattered mirror, never knowing which reflection is real. The night of the first day is the real test, not of strength, of mind. That's when you realize the world outside is gone, and inside is trying to follow. As I tried to sleep, I heard a distant clang, metal on metal. Maybe a manhole cover, maybe someone knocking for attention. Or maybe, just maybe, the echo of fear itself. When the brain switches to survival mode, it creates enemies just to stay alert. And in total darkness, real and imagined are the same thing. When the night dragged on, when the first gray tones touched the sky, I realized I was still alive. But something inside me had died. The part that believed things would go back to normal. The part that waited for the news to explain. The part that still called this an emergency. It's not an emergency. It's the new normal. I picked up the notebook and wrote, my hand trembling. Day 1, no police, no power, no plan. Only the sound of my own breathing. Silence is the map, and I have to learn to read it. I closed the notebook. The sound of paper turning into memory was the only noise that day. Survival, I discovered, isn't fighting the end. It's getting used to it. Understanding that the world didn't end all at once, it ended in pieces. First, the sound, then the light, now hope. Timber still beats. There's one goal left. Reach day 2. And for that, the rule is simple. Stay quiet, stay in the dark, and never trust the silence.